Hello and welcome to VChess. My name is Naiditsch, I am a chess grandmaster and we continue with our educational streams. So let's go with a 10-minute rapid game. As usual, I will be commenting the game, so we will get quite a good overview over what is happening on the chessboard, some new ideas eventually, some interesting games. Let's go. The first game, let's start the day with the move e4. Sicilian, knight f3 as usual. Let's go with the main move d4. And of course, in case you have some questions, please write them in the chat. Today, first to say hello is Santos. Santos, hello, how are you? So we have the Paulsen opening, very normal play here. Paulsen is not so often played lately, but is of course not a bad opening. Let's go with the move king h1 to get ready to play the move f4 next. Knight on c6, and usually here we take on c6. Idea is to play f4 next, but of course depends what black plays next. Black can take with a b pawn, black can take with a d pawn, black can take with a queen. We have dc. Idea is to play e5 usually, so the move f4 is pretty good fit here. Welcome Solomon. Solomon, how are you? Very often with us. Bishop e7, so now we have the option of playing the move e5. Usually it is a good option, so I think we should play the move e5 because we're attacking the knight on f6. The knight has to be moved, for example, to d5. Now we have the option, for example, of playing c4, or we have the option of bringing quickly the knight on e4. Looks also decent, or we play the move a3 with the idea of playing c4. The knight will have to take a very passive position on b6, so we can basically choose if we go immediately with the move c4, a3, or we get the knight on e4. I like the move a3 eventually, but there's maybe the move b5 coming, so b5, c5, this is what's gonna happen next. That's why maybe knight on d2. Maybe we should get the knight immediately to e4. It feels good to have the knight on e4. I think I will choose the move knight on d2, followed by the move knight on e4. We still have the option of playing c4, bishop, knight on b4, go away with the bishop, eventually to b1, c5 is forced, otherwise the knight will be caught. And then we will try to give a checkmate. g6, very risky play, because now the knight on e4 will be so good. So I think we're gonna move the knight, or c4 is also looking extremely good here. I don't know, c4 or knight on e4, both is looking powerful. Maybe even c4 now. Let's go with the move c4, because I don't see something else except move knight on b4. And the knight will be quite misplaced. We get this knight e4, knight f6, knight d6 ideas. I don't know, maybe knight e4 immediately has been as well a good choice, but oh, knight e3. I'm still sleeping, just missed fork in my move. Still sleeping, sorry. Okay, what to do? Let's go with the move queen e2. We're still doing well, so even by blundering, still in the fight. Still sleeping. Good morning to everyone. I play chess also here. I play chess. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. Such a miss, 93 in the morning. Okay, I have to focus a little bit more, wake up and play better chess. But alright, let's see how the game develops. I don't know why he's not playing. Okay, obviously he has to take. We will go with the move knight on e4, so we're gonna take the knight later. Luckily we still have this great knight, so we might get some compensation for being exchanged down. It's not over yet, so we might get back because we've been too good in the beginning. Idea, let's push and get something to d6. Let's see how the game develops. opponent thinking this must be theory. Of course, it's not theory. He gives us a knight. I don't know why. He could have waited for us to take the knight, at least to lose a tempo, because now we don't lose a tempo. There is h4 coming, but I don't know if this is such a good move, h4, because we have the move g4 now, and we control the dark square. So I think here, beautiful move, c5. Take a look at this knight on d6 next. What a monster knight is gonna be on d6. We might be completely back to the game, because with the knight on d6, for sure, we're going to have some compensation for being exchanged down. King on f8, let's get the bishop out. Beautiful bishop on e3. There is no more b6 or anything. Now we need to think what's next, but we can put the knight on d6. We can eventually try to checkmate the king on g7 somehow. I don't see how to checkmate immediately, so I think we have idea of g4 somewhere, but it's a bit too early to play the move g4. So let's maybe put the knight on d6. What a beautiful knight. So perfect knight on d6. We are exchanged down, but we have good compensation here. So the game is far from over. The game has just begun. Monster knight cannot be moved. Now let's get the bishop to beta square on d4. So we are aiming maybe to break through somewhere with a move f5. Of course, we have to calculate here very well the move f5, because maybe it is just a mistake. So we have to get ready to play the move f5. This is idea number one. Idea number two is to play somewhere the move g4. We can bring our rook first into the game. So we do as usual. First, let's get the pieces, and then let's see what happens next. So this is what we're gonna do next. Beautiful bishop, no threats by black whatsoever. King f8. I'm not sure where the king is going, so maybe let's play the move a4 first, because I would like to block him completely from moving anything. So a5 is a dangerous threat, and in case black plays a5, maybe in the future we will be able to take the pawn. So he goes rook h7. What could be the idea? He's getting ready for something, I just don't know for what. That's why I think we should play the move a5. Next, we're gonna play b4, so we are limiting black very much in movement. And after, we're gonna play somewhere the move g4, but we're gonna get ready for the move g4, so obviously we don't play it immediately. Also, I think there is a nice idea here to play b4, and after, we're gonna bring the king from bishop c8, bishop back. Wow. Okay, I have no idea what he is doing, so let me play the move b4. Domination of the white pieces here on the chessboard. He just keeps on waiting. And here, I think we have a nice idea. So before doing anything, we're gonna escape the king from h1 to here, a2, so we will be very, very safe here. And then we get ready to play a 5 g4. So let's go for it. Let's move. Let's run. So, king is here. We have all the time in the world. There are no threats by black, so we don't need to rush the things. Let's first to move the king into safety, very important. Before we start some action, in case we have some time, and we do, let's move first the king to the safety, and then we're gonna decide what we are going to play next. Quite a typical strategy. There is no rush, because we are having this monster on d6. Of course, black can take my monster, but then we control all the dark squares. So, hard to say if this is a winning position for white or it is not a winning position for white, but white is better. And this is, I think, what is the most important. So, we are doing better. We have no rush. Queen on d8. Eventually there is something like f6, but then the pawn is hanging here, so I'm not sure what he wants to play. g5 doesn't look like, h4 doesn't look like, but just in case I'm gonna play the move queen to e3, I think. Let me double check on the move. Yeah, queen e3, just in case to avoid some kind of f5, because now I'm gonna take and take on g6. So I just try to be careful not to give black any counter chances. Preventing the threats is usually the right choice, in case you can, of course, and I think we can. So we try to stay as safe as possible. Long-term idea. Yeah, he keeps on moving, so he's doing literally nothing. Maybe he's getting ready for some move, but not 100% sure even that f5 is a real threat. Is it? We can always take on f6, bishop takes. Well, we can also go with the move knight e4, very interesting, because in case of queen on d5, we might be able to somehow catch the queen, because we go back with a knight on d6 and queen from d5, not so many moves to go, but is it the simplest way to win the current position? I'm not sure. So maybe before we are doing anything, knight e4, I don't know, it's looking good to play the move knight e4. I know it feels like it is a good decision to get the knight on e4, but maybe we should just play the move rook e1 to be very, very safe here. I think rook e1 is also a good decision, because I'm playing against the move f6, just in case to put the rook on e1. We have no rush here, so we have all the time in the world. We should just avoid the counterplay by black, and this is what I'm trying to do with the move rook on e1. In case of f6, we're getting ready to take here and to continue dominating on the direct squares. The knight is worse, at least the rook, so we try to squeeze our opponent step by step. What a position, man, yeah. Indeed, indeed. King on g8. Maybe still a preparation for the move f6, but then there is this queen takes e6, so this is not dangerous. Let's maybe play first the move bishop on c4 to enjoy the current position, just in case that there will be never the move f6. Next, we can also go with knight on d4, knight on e4 to prevent like everything. Idea is to get first the king to safety. This is number one. So there is no rush. We will bring the king into safety first. Black seems to be paralyzed here. I don't see what black can do in the current position. Almost no moves for black. So I think we can enjoy the game by playing this one. Quite a nice positional idea to bring the king to a3. Let's go. Let's go. Maybe I should keep the king on c3 even, because king is nicely placed. So let's go now with the rook to h1, and let's get ready for the final push g4. So we are over-prepared, even, I would call it. So it's time. It's time to play the move g4. It's time for a final blow somewhere. We have several options. Still, the move g4 is looking very, very powerful, because in case he takes, we take, and then we're gonna try to do something on the h file, but maybe it's too early to play g4, so we can get even more ready to play the move g4. We can do it with bishop e2, preparing the move g4. We can do it as well with the queen, I think. Then the move g4 is looking good. And we can also double on the h file to play the move g4. So let's maybe start with the move queen on e2. So we are eventually playing g4 next, f5 next. We have many options here. g4 is looking good, because I think it's gonna end up in a checkmate, because we're gonna get the pawn to g5, then this, and it is a checkmate maybe, but we can still enjoy a little bit the game by playing rook h3, because we have here this idea also looks very powerful. I have no clue what black is gonna play against it, so let's play queen e1. No rush here. Let's see what black can do against the idea of queen h1, and then we're gonna play the move g4. It looks like black is completely paralyzed here. Yeah, basically no moves at all. So also we have idea, by the way, I just see it, to play queen e4. Then we have take, 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 and then queen takes g6. Also, this is looking good. So we have many options here. We have many options with the white pieces, how we can try to win the game. What could be the survival idea by black? So we have always to think, is there a way to survive in the current position for our opponent? Not easy to survive here. We are dominating currently. Very beautiful position. Rarely a domination like this can be achieved, but very, very nice. Welcome everyone to Viches. Finally, he panics. He's taking. We waited so long for the guy to take. Now we have to decide, take or take. Both is looking good, but I think I should go with E takes because now the bishop here is very active. Let's put the queen to E5. This cannot be a bad move to have the queen. And time for G4. I think it's time for G4. Or we have another very nice idea to play Queen F6. And black is going to be like completely paralyzed. But there's a little problem. Not easy to win the current position. So Queen F6. Very beautiful, but not really needed. Let's go with the move G4, I think. Is there something like F6? We're going to take it. And king on G7. So G4... We have to go queen e4, and he's going to take. It's a little fight. It's not immediately over, so we should maybe first play some different move, or g4 is winning. Is it a win? Queen e4, f5, I'm gonna take, queen e5 back. Yeah, this is good, this is good. So let's go with the move g4. I think we can play the move g4. Now, the only move for black, in my opinion, h4. No, this is not good. This is not good. He should have gone f6. After the move h4, I think I can just play the move g5 and that's it, no? So, he's completely paralyzed in the position. Next move is going to be the move g3 and the game is done. I think we can play the move g3 now. Is there something like f6? We're gonna take, then there is f7, this is over, so g3. We could have put also the queen to f6, but then, yeah, maybe queen f6 would have been more precise, but I think it doesn't matter, so queen on g7. Sorry. He's giving us the exchange. Is it a winning position? I think it's a winning position. Maybe we can also just move the queen somewhere to win the game even easier, but is it an easier win? Because this is looking simply winning. So let's go. Sometimes it's good to simplify. There is no reason to search for something more than a winning position. We can take with the rook, and we can take as well with a pawn. Okay, let's take with the rook. King is getting here. Black is still completely paralyzed. So king is getting to e5. Next, we're gonna play g4. So this is what we are doing. We're getting ready to play the move f5. Let's go with the move f5 next. And it should be over. White is completely winning. He would like to win on time against me, but let's see if he's going to manage this. Oh, now I made a mistake because I blocked somehow myself. This was stupid. Luckily, I can win the pawn on g6. I should have played better, but it's enough to win the game. So, he is fighting, being queen down. Now we win the game. So, nice game, nice game. I think we could have won easier. Conversion, maybe not the best, but all in all, I think quite a nice game. We dominated on the light squares, and finally we won. Welcome everyone to VChess. In case you're enjoying my comments, in case you're enjoying my games, like, subscribe, join us on the VChess community. Thank you very much for watching. In case you have some questions, write them in the chat. Sometimes I cannot see, the chat is rolling too fast, because to focus on the game, to read the chat, it is just too much at once. But sometimes, in case you have some question, it's better to mark your question, then it's more visible. Otherwise, enjoy my comments, enjoy the games, and of course try to become a better chess player. So we are an educational chess channel. A6, we have the main Spanish. Let's go with the main Spanish. Knight on f6. Now short castle is a main or is a move d3. We have both. Let's try the move d3, because last games we played the short castle just to change. b5, bishop on b3, very normal. Bishop c5, also very, very normal. Now we have a4, one of the main moves. Knight on c3 is the other. So let's try with the move knight on c3. It's going to be a very interesting position here. We try to get the knight on d5 quickly, and we try to play the move a4. So let's go with the move a4. We try to provoke black into playing b4, or to play rook to b8, we would just take and control the a file. So this is the idea. Now knight gets to d5. Next is going to be bishop e3. So this is usually the idea by white, but here maybe we have a special idea that we can play. This is a little bit crazy, but it might be working. So we have the idea of taking and then immediately to play the move g4, but it looks a bit crazy. Maybe not worth it. Not worth it. It's a bit too much to play like this, probably. But actually it's not so bad. Maybe we should play h3, d6. Can we take bishop d5, bishop d7, then we push? Is it working to go crazy here with the idea of g4? Can I go also g4 immediately? Problem is that he's going to take, the pawn is hanging on f2, so not so easy, not so easy. But maybe let's try to play the move h3 and then we go with the move g4. It looks like, I don't know, it's a crazy play, but maybe not so bad. So quite interesting strategy against the Spanish. We did not castle yet, that's why we try to push the move g4. Idea is g5, this is very obvious. We have this monster bishop on b3, very, very good bishop. We try to go g5 next. Now black has to act, because to let white play easily the move g5 is just not possible. So let me read the chat a little bit, because it's very difficult to comment, read the chat. So what do we have? Some questions. Maybe too many questions. Okay, in general, few things. I'm playing against random chosen opponents, so I'm just clicking on playing a rapid game, and who comes, yeah, we play him. Next, I'm playing very rarely spectators, only against those who are VChess supporters. So we have people that have been with us from the very beginning, people that are trying to help the channel, and of course thanks a lot to these people. So please don't write in the chat, can we play? No, this is not the way it goes. Do we have something else? Alright, let's go back to the game. So, we have the g4 move on the board. g5 is the idea. We can support the move g5 by playing the move rook on g1. So, this is also theoretically possible. Now, bishop on e6. So, we have the option of taking and playing the move g5. This looks like a nice option. Also, to play g5 immediately is looking pretty good, because where does the knight go from f6? In case white takes, knight takes, we're gonna take, and then there is a fork. So what is happening after the move g5 actually? Because also knight takes is looking good. I don't know. Should we go with the move g5 or should we take the knight first? Both is looking good. Let's maybe play the move g5 so we have a bit more complex position on the board. To take is not working, there is a fork. Knight has to go somewhere. So for example, knight goes here. We're gonna take the pawn. Then we're gonna play the move rook to g1, and we're gonna aim for the king of black. So we're gonna try to checkmate the guy. Let's see if it works. In theory, we should still keep the idea of the long castle somewhere. So the bishop is removed from c1, queen goes somewhere. Then we still have the option of doing the long castle. Can be very, very useful to a long castle in the right moment. So we have to see. We have to see what happens next. Our opponent is thinking a lot, so maybe he's a little bit confused about the current situation. And indeed, it's very weird to see the move g4, g5. This is happening quite rarely, but a nice idea. A nice idea for your own practical games in case you are playing the Spanish opening. This idea, h3, g4 before your castle short side, can be very, very interesting way to play the position. So it seems like my opponent is confused. He is not sure what to play next. It's usually a good sign. Knight on h5. Wow. Very, very risky play. Now we have to make some calculation here because the queen might be able to attack the knight on h5. We have the option, of course, to take here on h6. This is an easy play. We have here some option to take on e5. This is a complex way to play the position. So what is a better way? I don't know. I think after taking, I should be doing better with the white pieces. We are pushing, so some advantage, not bad. After taking here and queen takes, so take, there's knight d4. It also looks like a better position for white. Also, this is looking like a very nice position to push with the white pieces, so what to choose? I don't know. I don't know what is better. Both is looking extremely playable for white, so I have to choose something because this is the problem in chess. In case you have no choice, it's easy. You just do the move. But in case you have different options, then the hesitations are starting. I think I should just take. It feels like it is the right decision just to take. Now we have this bishop g5 move. I think it is working because we will have a beautiful tactics. And before I do the tactics, I do the move which been explained to us by I Play Chess. It is to push the F button. Great move, by the way. So let's go with the move bishop g5. I think it is working because f6 is too dangerous. Probably the guy is going to play anyway the move f6. There is nothing better. I think no, he doesn't. After the game, I'm going to show you what would happen after the move f6. It will be very, very beautiful. So it's worth showing. Queen on d7. Can we just give a checkmate here? I think it's just over because knight g5, h7 is coming next. So I think we are currently winning the game. We just give here a check on f6. Knight has to take. Otherwise, we're gonna win the queen. And we're winning. After the game is over, I'm going to show you a very, very beautiful combination, so you will enjoy. Now, we have very easy threat. It is to checkmate the black king on g8. And I will not tell you the next move of white, so we can push the F button. Still, we cannot, but we can. I will show you, we can. So, I give here the check. And now we have a very beautiful winning move, and it's a beauty. So I'm gonna push the F button as usual. Boom! Because we have a winning continuation here. So what is it? I give you some time to think for yourself. We have extremely beautiful way to mate black in just 3 moves max. Actually in 2 moves. Of course, we have several winning continuations here, but we have one crazy winning idea. So beautiful. So I give you some time to think for yourself. Can you figure out what is the winning idea here for white? It's a beauty. It's a beauty. So I'll give you a little bit more time. I give you 10 seconds more to find the next move, because otherwise it's unpleasant for our opponent, because it feels like we're trying to joke with him, but we're not. We're just trying to make a nice stream here. I hope you found the winning move, and it is to play queen on g4. Look at this beautiful finish of the game. Queen h4, checkmate is coming next. In case black is taking here on g4, we have h takes g4. Wow. And a checkmate on the h file. Extremely beautiful and quite rare that we are capable of doing something like this. Black resigns, but what a beauty. Take, we have here checkmate to the black king on h6. Quite, I think, spectacular checkmate. And let's go back because I wanted to show you what would happen after the move f6. So after f6, we would be taking here on f6. This was the idea, that we have this kind of knight takes, rook takes, and now we have bishop takes e6 because of the pin with the bishop g5 against the queen on d8. So it would be a winning position now for white. Quite nice little tactics with the move knight takes on f6. I Play Chess, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the support. I Play Chess, always with us, always supporting the channel. Thank you very, very much for that. So, very, very nice, yeah. This was really a beautiful finish here with a queen on g4. Finishing the game, because in case we take first on e6, and then we play the move queen on g4, the bishop on f6 would be under attack. We can give a check, of course. We can give a check here. Yes, it is a winning position. We are winning the queen, but to checkmate immediately is the better choice. So, nice game. Now our opponent offers us a rematch. So, of course, we accept. We are always fair on the chessboard. We are accepting the rematch by our opponent. e4, let's go with the move e5. So, we play the next game, central opening. We won against Spanish. So let's see if we can play the Spanish with black. No, we have the Italian game. So knight f6 or bishop on c5 are the main moves. Let's go with the move bishop on c5. Now we have the Spanish opening here. Just a second, something happened. Yeah, all right. Let me read for a second. Yeah, it's okay. So the move c3 is normal. We go with the move d6, also normal. Everything very solid. Knight on b3. Eventually the idea is to play knight f1, knight on g3, which is typical. So let's castle short side. Everything is as usual here. And a5. Good to have the move a5. Bishop can run away to a7 in case it's needed. And here we have rook e1. So after rook e1, we have another crazy idea here for black. I would not advise you to play this idea, but it's very, very interesting. So only in the current move order, we have the option of playing knight g4. I will show you. Knight on g4, good idea for your own practical games, but you must understand that this is a little bit scary. And now we go with the move king h8. So idea is to push the move f5 next, whatever comes. Of course, this is nothing new. It's not a novelty. It's been played in a lot of games. But still, a very, very interesting idea to push the move f5. And here we have a theoretical line, f5 immediately. The only way to play for white is to take ef. Then the knight goes h6, then white is playing the move g4. So maybe the better solution for black is first to play the move knight h6, followed by the move f5. Both is possible, very, very playable. Probably our opponent, he knows the idea because he plays so quick. That's why... should we go crazy with the move f5 or should we play knight h6? Both, again, is very playable. What should we do here? Maybe we should go f5 or knight h6. I need to make the lucky guess. Maybe knight h6. Because he knows the line so well. The problem is with the move f5 immediately, there's also knight getting to e4 instantly. So we play first the move knight h6 and then we're gonna push the move f5. This is the idea. So you see that after move knight f1, white will have to play knight on g3, knight e4. So losing a lot of time instead of having the knight on d2 and then getting immediately to e4. So yeah, this was the nice idea. In case you're playing the Italian game with black and white, the idea of knight on g4, knight h6 is definitely something to check because positions are just so interesting. Bishop on g5, quite a nice play by my opponent. It allows us to get queen e8, queen on g6 idea. On the other hand, white is going to push this d4 move next. So it has pluses and minuses. We can also go with the move queen on d7, which looks pretty decent now, because I don't like to put the queen against the rook. This might be possible, but I think it's not the best, but maybe it is the best. Difficult to say. Positions are just so complex. Let's go with the move queen on d7. Feels like not a bad decision to put the queen on d7. In any case, I guess he's gonna take, so we're gonna take, and then we put the queen on g7, again the king on g1. So yeah, he takes as expected. Now the queen is getting to g7, and we start some mating attack here on the g-file. Position remains, in my opinion, very unclear. This is not a one-way street for black, because there is this d4 option. So position is very dynamic. We are pushing on the king side, and we might get crushed in the center. So very difficult to say, good or bad. We will see. We will see what happens next. d4, yeah, good play by our opponent. He plays well. Now I think we should just go back, because in case I take, then rook takes, and what to play next? d5 I think is not working. Maybe actually it does, because I have this beautiful sacrifice here somewhere on f3, but to be honest, it looks a bit suspicious to me. We can take on d4. This is not a bad move, because take and then to go back on b6. In theory, we will get this monster bishop on b6, because we also would like to play queen g7, yeah. But the question is, why not to play the move bishop on b6? White is gonna take here on e5. We're gonna take on e4. Rook takes. I don't know. Maybe it's really better first to take on d4. Yeah, maybe it's a better choice. So let's take. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let me think for a little while, because to talk and think usually not the best idea. So I think, yeah, I think I should take, because I would like him to take first with a pawn, and then I go bishop b6. I would like to activate my bishop, because I will have many options to play f takes e4, and this rook takes f3. To sacrifice the exchange in some positions might be a great idea. Also cd, we have the option to take, and now to play the move d5. I don't know if this is working. Maybe it is working. Maybe it's not working. Crazy tactics here. Let's see what happens next. He takes. Now we have to decide, is the move the right choice? So rook takes, we go to move d5, we attack the rook, we attack the bishop. In case white takes, we're gonna take the rook. This is okay. So take d5. There is bishop takes d5, queen takes, knight e3 doesn't work. The rook is under attack, so take d5, rook goes back to e3. Now in case we take c4, he takes our bishop on c5. This is not the way to play. Somewhere rook f3 is a bit too early, having the bishop here and the rook here on the starting positions. So I can take and move the bishop, or I first move the bishop. I think I should just move my bishop to b6. Looks like the right decision. Or to take first and then to play bishop on b6, because then we have this d5 idea immediately, but he's gonna play the move d5. So what should we play? I think bishop on b6 is the right way to play. By the feeling, we're playing a rapid game. It's difficult to sometimes to estimate the position precisely, because many ideas for both, and I don't know. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing, but sometimes as a chess player, you're playing according to your feeling. My feeling is that the bishop is going to be very, very good. My feeling is, in case I will have time for playing queen on g7, I think black is going to have a beautiful position, so we will be able to attack on the white king. Here the king feels at the moment pretty safe, but actually my king on h8 is more safe than the king on g1. You will see that the bishop on b6 is going to play a decisive role. So very, very soon we will start attacking. Now we have the move queen on g7, or to take immediately. Both is possible. Should I take or queen on g7? Queen g7 also looks like a good move because there is no bishop e6. We're just gonna grab it. So here, attacking the pawn on d4. Same time we attack the pawn on f5. This is almost forced, but then we go knight on d4. As well, to take is looking, I think, like a good move, because I don't see what white is playing next after taking. Maybe something like knight on g3, then we just go back. So, what should we do here? Queen and bishop takes. This would be ideal. Should we go for it? I think so. I think so. Let's go with the move queen on g7. It feels like a good move. Queen, beautiful position with threat to take bishop takes f5 next. There is no easy defense for black against bishop takes f5 and knight on d4 next. So let's try. Let's try with the move queen on g7. I'm not sure that I am correct. Please don't spam the chat. Please be polite to the others, so don't write the same thing 10 times. No reason. We are here building a nice community on the chess. People who respect each other, who respect the game of chess. So please be respectful in the chess, in the chat, please. No, but okay. Stop this. You will get blocked now. Prady, not the way to do it. Bishop on e6. I think I can just take it because there is no take. So yeah, I think we can take. I think we can take. Rook has to take, and the idea is now to take on f5. We can also take on d4, not looking bad, but I think to take on f5 is looking like the right play. The pawn on d4 is still hanging. We have this rook f8 next. We bring the last piece into the game. As I always say in our streams, let's bring first the pieces into the game, then we see what happens next. So we have rook f8, we have rook on g8, also very, very powerful here. And as I said earlier, you will see the bishop on b6 is going to play a decisive role. So you will see how powerful the bishop is going to get during the next couple of moves. This bishop is a beast on b6. Oh, we have this idea of rook takes f3, knight on d4. There is queen takes b7, so maybe a bit too early. We can go with the move rook on g8. Looks decent, and we can just simply go back, which also looks like, why not? Rook f4 also looks good to get the pawn on d4. There is this knight h5, so here we have to be a little bit careful. What should we do? What should we do? Just go back. Knight on h5. The queen has not so many moves to go. We have to be careful here. Far from easy still, far from easy. It would be great to take, but I take here, he takes here. I go rook g8. Yeah, we have some good counterplay, but I think we should not give him exchange. So let's just bring the rook, in my opinion. We have here a beautiful rook attacking the g2 pawn. The rook on f5 cannot be taken. I think black is doing extremely well here. It looks like a good position for black. We should be doing better. Still a big fight. By far not over. It's a big fight, but black is doing better. Let's see what happens next. I have to play quicker now because I played way too slow. I also followed a little bit the chat. I hope you are enjoying, by the way, my comments. I hope you're enjoying our content on VChess. Like and subscribe to give us some boost. In case you have some time, download our app. It is for Google Store, Apple Store. We have a very nice app on the market. You can enjoy our app as a full family. Connect your phone to the TV, and then you have a very nice application that you can have fun with. So we are building many things here on VChess. Very soon another app is going to be on the market. You'll be able to play live games directly from the mobile phone with your friends, with whoever you like. So I think a nice tool for a chess community. It's going to be very, very easy. Alright, rook on e4, rook to g4 is the idea. Is it time to sacrifice here on f3? I don't think so. I think not yet. Maybe to play the move h5 is making sense. Or is it time to sacrifice? I don't see the win. I don't see the win. So let's go maybe with the move h5. Not to allow rook to g4. No more rook on g4 because I'm just gonna take the rook. He takes. I have this queen f6 idea. h5 is very useful because h4 might be coming somewhere. On the other hand, we have to consider taking on f3. Maybe I should have taken it. It looked very good, but just little time on the clock, so I was not 100% sure if it is working. That's why h5 played. It's like I'm keeping my advantage, not without risking too much. But of course, at some moment I have to make the right tactical stuff. Maybe I should have taken, by the way. Yeah, I should have taken. It looks just good, but okay, let's see. Let's see what comes next. We should not think backwards. We should only think about the future. We have here huge pressure. Somewhere d5 might be very good. Now maybe something like rook on d5. I don't like to put my rook on d5. Maybe to go back. I think looks not so bad. Or rook on d5. Many options. I have to play quick, more quick. He would like to play rook e1. This is a problem. Let me think for a little bit. What is the right continuation here? Knight e5 also looks almost like a winning position. Actually, maybe there's a win. Maybe knight e5 is a win, but he takes with a rook. I cannot find a win. What is this? What is this? The timer's running, but I don't see a win. Okay, let's go rook f6 because I don't see a win. Very weird. It should be somewhere a winning position. I just don't see a win here. So I try to play the move d5, yeah, but maybe first to play rook to g6, but it's still not a win. This is a problem, that it is not a direct win. It feels that black has to be winning here. Such a pressure, but it's not an immediate win. Very strange not to be winning here, and the game is getting very tense. I played too slow. So, rook on g5 probably. What a position. It has to be a very good position for black. It is just a must. Just is so complex that so difficult to be 100% sure here. A lot of different... Oh, he gives me a pawn. Why he gives me a pawn? What is this? Why he just gave me a full pawn? I don't understand the idea. So we are now being a pawn up. I think he could have kept the pawn on the board. I think this was not the best idea for him to give me just a free pawn. Still, position is remaining very sharp because so many different tricks here for white, for black. Very difficult to play. Let's go here. Nice to have the rook on the open file. Never a bad idea, I think. Very low on time, very low on time. I have to play way faster. Big tension. Big tension. Let's put the queen to a nice position. Knight is under attack. Can we win the current game? Not sure, because it is so complicated still. Let's try to get the knight. So complicated everything here. But slowly we are getting into the right direction. Now we are pawn up. And the time is okay for black. So we've been completely out of time. Now the time is more or less equal. Now we're even ahead. Excellent. The time... Finally, we are recovering with the time, and it means we're gonna win the game most probably, because we're doing much better. And the problem that I had so little time, now it is the reversed. We still have 56 seconds on the clock, and we have a better endgame. So let's get the rook to the second rank. He is avoiding that. That's good play by my opponent, but now it's not gonna be enough, because we can activate the king, and this position should be much better for black this endgame. So we just bring the pieces into the center. He plays so quick. Well, he's playing very quick. Let's get the bishop to good square, and we should be able to push. But how to push here? Just 5 seconds for my opponent, so let's go. Let's go with something, because he just has so little time on the clock. So we're gonna win on time most probably. He's playing so well with just a couple of seconds on the clock. Unbelievably well, good play, with being basically having 0 time on the clock. So let's attack the knight. He gives us the knight, and we'll win. Whew, what a game! What a game! So many different tactical ideas. What a game! I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed the comments. Like and subscribe. Push the like button so we keep on rolling. Very tense game. Okay, let's go with the next one. Very tense. Whoa. So many crazy things in the game. So tactics everywhere. Left and right. Little time, better position. What a game. So let's play the next one. Now black again. So we have the move d4, knight f6. Let's be solid. We're now e6 or g6. After g6 we have king's Indian. After the move e6 or d5 we have the queen's gambit. Let's go with the king's Indian. So let's see how the next game is going to develop. Maybe the next game is not going to be as tense as the previous one. Otherwise GM is going to have bad nerves. So yeah. Again, we are not choosing our opponents. I'm just pushing the 10-minute game, and whoever comes. I'm not choosing my opponents. Opponents are random. So yeah. It's not like I'm selecting against who I'm playing. No, in no way. Whoever comes. We are very fair here. So d takes c4. This is Grunfeld with the move queen on b3. Queen takes is the normal answer, and then we're gonna go with a short castle next. Then we prepare the move a6 and b5. These are the main ideas here. For black with white, the main idea is usually to play this one. But let's see, the line is not that popular, so he knows everything. Well, okay, let's go. Let's go with the move a6, followed by the move b5. e5 is the right way to play. Yeah, he knows the theory so well. How is it possible? b5, because it's not a very popular line, and as well after the move bishop e6, for example, the idea for white is to give the queen. This kind of queen up, queen down positions are slightly better for white, so we cannot do it. It is counted as better for the white That's why knight on d7 is the main line, but I'm wondering how he knows this so well. We're playing against... Okay, if he plays now something like e6, I think in this would be amazing. A player of 2100 currently knows theory way better than the previous opponent who we've been playing. So yeah, a little bit strange. So I see Hadi BM in the chat. Hadi, welcome. Hadi, very often with us. Solomon, very often with us. Nice to see you. I played chess was there. Yeah, great, great. So I see a question. How are you today, Mr. Naiditsch? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. I'm doing well. Everything is cool. We play some nice games today. In the first game, I had a big blunder first with the white pieces, but finally we won the game, being this exchange. But he's playing, come on, I mean, he's just doing the best moves all the time. How is it possible? We're playing some monster here. Wow. He's playing extremely well. Because this is a main line, and now the move for h4 e6. Wow. Do we have a chance against the guy? Because if he continues to play like that, our chances are not very high, to be honest. But okay, let's fight a little bit. c4. Let's attack the queen. Because usually white plays first the move e6 and then the move h4. So now he chose a different move order. I don't know if it matters, but let's see. But for the moment, oh, this is not the right move. So the queen has to go here, I believe. Now we are capable, I think, of playing knight to f6. Oof. Maybe actually not a bad move not to get this bishop f5 with a tempo. Very strong opponent. He would like just to give me a checkmate. So let's go with a knight f6 move. So we take, and we have here crazy game going on. On one hand, we're doing well because we have this kind of very advanced pawns. On the other hand, we might just get checkmated here with the king on g8. So let's see. Let's see if we get checkmated or we will be able to survive. The move a4 is possible because he's weakening our structure. But as well, it gives a little bit of extra time to black. So it can be good, it can be bad to play the move a4. Can we play the move b4? This would be great if I'm able to play the move b4, but how to defend the pawn on c4 after? Very, very sharp play here. I don't know. Should I sacrifice exchange? But it looks like... not sure at all. Amazing play by our opponent. He's playing extremely good game for the moment. Maybe we're just getting crushed. a4, very unpleasant. It feels like it should be okay for black, but quite unpleasant because I would not like the guy to take a, take b, and in case I go b4, there is just knight back. The pawn is hanging, so yes, we might have enough compensation with the black pieces, but I don't know. Very risky here. Very risky. What should we do? What should we do in the current position? Not obvious at all. I don't know. I don't know what to play. Literally, I don't know what to play here. It feels so complex and it feels like I'm not doing well, but I should have something to be okay. Just don't know what to play. Because if I go here, he's just gonna take, and then what is the next move? The pawn is still hanging on c4. If I take back, this is just worse. This is, I don't think this is okay for black. Maybe I am somewhere, somehow okay, but it feels just worse for me. So probably I have to play the move b4. I don't see something better. It feels also bad. Knight on e5. Why? Why knight e5? Why not to go back knight on b1? Why he gives me the knight on c3? Maybe there is something fantastic for white, but feels strange to play this. Okay, we will be taking on c3. I think he should have gone knight on b1, and black would be under pressure because I can give him exchange somehow, but I don't know. I think he should have gone knight on b1 by the feeling. Okay, now we have this move e6 to defend most of the things. Rook is defended, and next move is rook a7, so I'm defending my rook on f7. Still, position remains very tactical, but I think the worst part is behind us, because it was looking like it is so dangerous. Now it's still very dangerous, but I think it's okay for black. So queen c7, he has 2 pawns and a rook, but the problem for white is that it is middle of the game. So middle of the game, usually 2 pieces are better than the rook. Even though white is having these 2 pawns, still I believe that black will have very dangerous play here against the king of white. So king will have to castle one day, and then you will see that our knights and bishops will be very active. So queen on e2, also very good move, because he doesn't allow us to play the move bishop b7. We're playing some extremely strong opponent. What should I do next? Because good move. He's holding the c file, and simultaneously he's attacking the pawn on e6. Wow. Okay, let's go with the move queen on c6, I think, because we're defending and we would like to take on g2 next. Next could be bishop b7, and yeah, so I play the move bishop b7. There is only one move to defend. Then I'm gonna play the move knight on d7 and knight on d5. So we're getting out with the pieces. Knight on b6 is now very good, because bishop has no squares to go. We might grab some pawn, or what? No, but this is a joke. This is a joke. I mean, come on. He is playing extremely good, and now he gives us a piece in one move. This is just impossible. There is no way, because it's not a mouse slip. Bishop b5, it's not a mouse slip. It's like, what, you wanted to take the pawn? No, but this is not a mouse slip. This is just the way the guy plays, and the question is then, what happened before that? To playing like e6, h4, amazing moves, because I don't think he knew the theory. It's not possible. And now we have the move bishop on b5. No, but this is just not serious, because obviously, okay, he's not playing alone. There is no question about it. You cannot be very strong chess player and play the move bishop b5. It makes no sense. It is not a mouse slip, because in case it is a mouse slip, you go bishop a6. So ridiculous, just ridiculous. Yeah, the games online are sometimes so ugly, and I think it's very pity for those who are playing fair, for those who are enjoying chess. Then you're facing a guy like that plays like the best moves all the time, and then he gives a piece in one move, because this is a way, for some reason he decides that, okay, now it's the moment that I play by myself. But horrible. This is horrible. I feel always pity for the players who are fair. So let's go. Next, let's take the pawn on c3, because still the game goes on. So let's finish the game. And let's go to the next one. So yeah, what to do? This is the way online chess is. We still should try to stay always fair. We should say, alright, if somebody wants to do something like that, we just don't care. We enjoy the game of chess, we enjoy the procedure, we love the game. If someone wants to do ugly things, okay, that's his thing. For me, I never understood what is the point of doing, for example, not playing fair online. What's the point? Okay, you're gonna win the game, so what? Who cares about it? Literally no one. And yeah, very weird, very weird. Bishop now on d5. Currently we're having 3 pieces for the rook, so it is very easily winning position for black. Slowly we will be collecting all the chess material on the board, and that's it. Rook on c1, well, maybe rook c7 is the threat, so let's go with the move. Maybe knight on e8. We keep the pieces together, we don't let him enter nowhere. Next, knight goes to c4 eventually over d6. So it's going to be a win because we're gonna take the pawn here. He gives us the pawn on h5, so why not to take the pawn? We just take it. King on h2. Okay, now we should bring the bishop into the game and as well our queen. So let's go with the move queen on b4. The queen is joining the game. We slowly will collect all the material of white, and that's it. We still have enough time on the clock, 2 minutes, this is fine. Queen on d6 if needed. Yeah, let's give him a check. So we are consolidating and we're getting ready for the final blow. Check here. Bishop on d5, very king to h3, wow. So here, little checkmate threat. f4. Okay. Now knight f6, maybe simpler. Or the other knight. The knight is not doing so much here. Maybe I should take the other. No, but okay. Let's go knight f6. Now we will be maybe here. Bishop on d2. How to win the current position in the most simple way? I think. What is the simplest way to win the current position? Maybe to give a check here. Somehow we should find a way to give a checkmate. It's time to checkmate the guy. I don't see how to checkmate the guy. Very weird. Should be very easily winning, but cannot find a way to win this easily. Okay, let's go here. Still not a checkmate. Unbelievable. Still not yet over. Okay, position is completely over, of course, but it's still a little bit of fighting going on here. And should we play? I don't know, should we go back? Problem is that we have still not so much time on the clock, but I think we should be winning. We're gonna take now the pawn here. Finally, the pawn is gone. So we take it. We have a lot of pieces defending the king, so this is pretty safe. No real danger. Now, let's go here. Let's put the pieces a little bit closer to the king, not to blunder something in one move. And next, f5. Well, very unpleasant move, by the way, f5. Okay, let's go h6. Sometimes he plays very strong moves and very unexpected moves. So yeah, still a fight. Let's go here. Can we give a checkmate? Is it a checkmate? No, it's still not a checkmate. Okay, we have to go for this winning position, but it's still not a checkmate. Unbelievable. I should have checkmated the guy, I just couldn't find the checkmate, and now we have to be very quick. It is a winning position here because we are collecting everything, but so little, so short on time. So we have to play very, very quickly. We have to be very, very fast. Plays also very surprising moves. Very surprising moves. So let's win the pawn on d5. Are we fast enough to win the game? Let's see, let's see, let's see. So, this position obviously is a very, very easily winning position, but we have just a little time. So, let's go. Next, we're gonna win something here. So we can make a pre-move. He's making very surprising moves. This is like the problem. So we have to be careful because he's playing so surprising moves that I just don't know where to put my pieces. So, in time or not in time to win the game? Who is faster? Is it me? Yes, we won on time finally, but very, very close. Very, very close game. But we should never play this guy again. We should never play him again. This is very, very obvious that in the beginning it was not him who was playing. So this is very, very clear. We should just block the guy and that's it. Because in the beginning, just unbelievably strong play, and then he gives us a bishop in one move, and some moves are so weird. It's like no logic behind the moves. Next game, let's go, let's go, let's go, and welcome everyone to our channel V Chess. We're building here respectful, smart chess community. And of course, in case you like my comments, in case you like our content, please like and subscribe. This would help us very much to grow. Thanks in advance for that. We have the Sicilian with the move a6. We answer with the move c3 and d4. So this is what I would always advise you in case you are facing something weird. Just go central. Now we have a French defense with the move e5. So this is called French advanced with the move a6. And a6 move is not really useful. So we have like an extra tempo here because why to play the move a6? It doesn't really help. Usually black is trying to get the knight on f5, so we play the move bishop d3, getting ready eventually to take on f5. Short castle is the next move. No rush to take at the moment on f5, we're gonna take it later. So now, for example, we can take on f5. As strategy is to wait with taking. Also, nothing wrong with this strategy. But let's go with a strategy of taking, more simple, and getting knight on c3. This is typical. Next idea might be to get here the knight on f4. This is also normal, or to be more aggressive eventually. For example, bishop g5, rook c1, and we try to push on the c file very quickly, but not sure if this is the right way. Maybe. The problem is that after bishop g5, queen d7, I think we have this one. Boom. And it might be over, so we can try. We can try the move bishop g5 because it's very forced. It can be a bad move, but it can be a good move. So knight on e2 would be a positional approach to get the knight to f4 and try to be a little better. And the bishop g5 is with the move rook c1 next. So let me read the chat a little bit after, again, a very tense game. Very tense game before. What do we have? Hi from India, yeah, hello back. Welcome everyone to Viches. I hope you are enjoying. So, what do we have in the chat? Too many things. In case you want me to see something, you need to lighten up your comment, because too many things in the chat and I have to focus on the game, so I cannot see them. I cannot see the chat. So, queen on c7, very interesting. The idea is that we don't have this knight a4, and next move by black is h6, followed by the move g5. Is it good or bad to play h6, g5? It could be good, so we have to be a little bit careful here. On the other hand, maybe it can be bad, so let's go with the move rook c1. We will see a very interesting position in my opinion, because I would like to get this knight a4 and knight on c5. This is one of the main ideas, so let's go with the move bishop on d2, I think. So the bishop eventually controls here a little bit. g5 is possible, but g5 is of course very double-edged. King of black on e8 to castle short side after the move g5 is not possible to castle long side. It also looks very scary. So bishop e7, more positional approach by our opponent. Now I think we are ready to play the move knight a4, or we are ready for first to play queen on b3, trying to take the pawn on d5. Both is looking interesting, so what should we do? Immediately or first to get the queen? I'm not sure. I think first maybe let's try to get the queen. So we have this direct threat of taking on d5. It looks like rook on d8 is the move to play here for black, because it's difficult to do something else. How to defend the pawn on d5 otherwise? There is no short castle now, because we are taking the pawn. Then we have this pin, but we have knight takes e7 with a tempo, so this is not going to work with a short castle. So I think there is just the move rook to d8, but he is trying to consider his options. A little bit strange, because I don't really see a reason why he's thinking about rook on d8. Is there something else? Is there something else except the move rook on d8? The rest is looking extremely scary, yeah? So the move is played. Now the move knight a4. A bit weird to think so much about the rook d8 move, because there's maybe nothing else. That's why, I don't know. I would have played rook d8 almost instantly, because this is the only way to defend the pawn. So, way to think so much about it, but okay, not so important, of course. Now we can go knight on c5. This is usually the idea. To get this beautiful knight on c5, we can eventually put something to b6, but I think knight c5 is the way to play the current positions. So, should we go with the move knight on c5? I think so. Let's go. I think this kind of knight up takes d4. This should not work, so we're doing pretty safe here. Welcome everyone who is new to Viches, and of course to those who stayed with us since the very first streams. Maybe for you it's hard to believe, but in the first streams just a couple of people been watching, just very few, and yeah, during the first streams it was basically like you're talking to yourself. This was the beginning. Now we are improving. Yeah, thanks to you who are following us, who are with us since the beginning. Rook on b8, the pawn on b7 is defended. We are doing very well on the c file, so I believe that white is having some small plus here. Can we do something nasty on the c file instantly? I don't think so. We should get the knight into the game, not a perfect position. Still the move g4, in theory, maybe good somewhere. How to get the queen to g3? This would be fantastic, but a little bit difficult, so we can put the bishop on e3, so there are no threats, no nothing. Maybe not a bad choice. There is some knight a5 somewhere, but I think we can also go queen on d3, getting ready. But this would be good, but how to get it? How to get this done? Maybe queen on d3, I don't know. I don't like somehow the move queen on d3 too much. Feels weird to put the queen on d3, but maybe not a bad idea. So let's go with the move queen on d3. I would like to fix my knight by playing the move b4, and also I'm hoping not to miss somewhere something like knight takes d4. So right now we are safe here. After the move queen on d3, b4 next. We would like to get h4 also to fix the idea g5. At the moment to play g5 I think it's just too dangerous. We have the h4 immediately, the king is alone. Rook on c8, yeah, this is something normal. We play with the move b4, as we said. This is the main idea. To put b4, we are trying to be very safe with the knight on c5. In case bishop takes, this is going to be slightly better for white. So this is our idea. To force the guy to take on c5 and to enjoy some nice small advantage here. Next. Let's see if we can make it work. What do we have in the chat? Solomon is helping to explain the people what is going on. That's good. Queen on b6. b4 is under attack. So I think we should defend the pawn on b4 by playing simply the move a3. Very safe here. Knight on c5, very stable. So looks like a small advantage for white eventually. Of course, the game is very unclear still, just the beginning of the game. But it looks like we should be having a little bit better position currently. Maybe not so much, but maybe a bit. So let's see what happens next. I would like to go like h4 somewhere. Bishop on d8, interesting. What is the idea of bishop on d8? I don't know what is the idea of this, so let's push. There is no g5 next, and I would like to put the pawn on h5. This will be very useful to have the pawn on h5. In a lot of lines, it will be quite good. Long run, I would like to do something with a knight on f3. Just, I don't know where to put the knight currently. Knight on e7, knight goes here. Not really. We can play the move h5. Is okay. But the question is, what's next? I think I have a good idea. I just don't know if I should play the move h5 or I should not. Maybe makes no difference. Okay, first, let me go g3. So I have a nice idea, you will see. Maybe we will have a strong maneuver for the knight from f3. Let's see if it is working or not. We have this monster knight on c5, so we are doing so safe here on the queen side. Of course, I can play on the queen side, so it means I can go something like rook c2, rook c1. Would be normal. To change the queens is usually not the best idea for white, so we're not gonna change the queens. Queen goes to e2, dangerous? No. b6 might be the next move, but then we have the move a4, so it's not working. where to put the queen, b3 or e3. This endgame we should not play because endgame will be okay for black. We have to decide where to put the queen. Maybe it actually does not matter so much, so let's go maybe with the move queen on b3. I don't see a big difference. In case queen goes here, we can always play the move rook to e1 attacking the queen, and there is nothing better than to go back. And after going back, there is still no b6 because the pawn is hanging here on a6. So we are trying to squeeze a little bit. But the maneuver of the knight, why I played the move g3, having the queen here on d3. The idea, knight e1, knight g2. So imagine this knight over g2 goes to f4. This would be beautiful. b6, what is he planning after the move a4? What is the idea? I don't know. So let's go. I don't understand the move b6. Maybe he got a bit out of patience here with the black pieces. Because he felt he's under pressure, he saw no clear way, and then we have the move b6. With white, I would have gone knight e1, knight on d3, and this knight f4 is so important. That's why I played the move g3, just to overprotect the pawn on h4. So we had quite a nice idea how to proceed. But still, to give the pawn on a6, is it a good idea for black? Doesn't look like this, because pawn is a pawn. Now we can go with the move b5 simply, and still the black pieces are so much paralyzed there. Knight, nowhere to go. Bishop on d8, nowhere to go. And with white, we simply go bishop b4 next. We only need to be a little bit careful about this kind of f4 idea somewhere. So, we have to still be careful here to win the game. f4. It looks like maybe a little bit of counterplay, so we should not give this opportunity. Maybe to play the move h5, followed by the move knight h4 is looking very solid, but there is this bishop, so h5, maybe then to play knight e1. Is it the best we can do? Should be something better than this. Okay, let's go first with the move h5, because this cannot be a bad move. We are attacking the knight has to go somewhere, so h5 for sure is not a mistake. We have to be always careful with the move f4, and personally, I think we should just block the pawn. Maybe not the best move ever to block, but just in case, because to avoid calculating all the time that some move like f4 is going to be dangerous. Next, we should bring the knight into the game. I think this is the next stage. There is f6 coming, attacking the pawn on h5, but this is not like a super dangerous move, so I think we can go with the move knight on b4. We try to grab the pawn on d5. For the moment, it looks like we're doing very well here. Knight eventually goes to c6. We try as well to squeeze our opponent. As you can see, there is no big counterplay because then bishop is dead here. He gives away the pawn on d5. And then queen e7, this is the idea. Okay, it makes sense. But maybe we go rook c6 now. Looks very beautiful, actually. Let's go with the move rook c6. Okay, we don't need it, but I think it's a good move. Also, rook e1 would be fine, but rook c6 looks quite nice. So, in case he takes, we're just gonna take the bishop. Rook is beautifully placed on c6. Still, these ideas of knight d5 now are getting quite efficient. Maybe e6 wins the game. Let me calculate this. Yes, it is winning, I think. I think this wins the game, so let's play. e6, next is rook e1, and I think there is no defense. Is there something that I'm missing? Let's see. So we have here the pin. Now I thought just knight d5 and over. Is it correct? Maybe even to take here, it's also completely over. Yeah, this is also just winning. I think I'm gonna take because it's more easy. Probably it's not the best, but it's the easiest way to finish the game. I have little time on the clock, so I don't want to risk to again go to this 1 minute game. Very unnecessary. Just take here. We have the pin. Next is knight c6, or we're gonna take the pawn, and I think it is just game over. Black is completely paralyzed, literally. Oh, except something like rook a4. There are no other moves in theory to be played. Bishop e7, wow, queen takes here, boom. Now we can take the next piece. He gives us all the pieces, I don't know why, so we just take it and that's it. He continues the game. I thought he's gonna resign, no. So the game goes on, but it's a hopeless game for black. We have so much material up, so it should be not a very difficult task here to win it. Again, we have the 3 pieces for the rook. Obviously, 3 pieces is much better than the rook, so rook on e8. Where to put the queen? b7? I think so. So he's gonna take, we are going to take back. Still, I have to be a little bit cautious here. A little bit cautious. Strong play, but there is the bishop. There is the bishop. He had a good idea, but this idea leads to just a rook less on the board. I think that's it. I think that's it, because to play on or such a position would be, I think, too much. So no, he does play on. Well, all right, let's play. Let's get some pieces into the game. We still have 1 minute 34, so we have enough time on the clock to be very safe here. Knight on f4. Next, we can take the rook, for example. So let's take it. Let's take it. And, for example, here, 3 pieces more on the board. Well, what is our opponent hoping for? I don't know. So we just collect a little bit more and resignation. Yeah, this was another not a bad game, I think. Quite an interesting game. Some tactics, some positional ideas inside the game. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, of course, to our channel in case you do. We have many different things here on VChess. We have application you can check out as well. The shorts. I think the shorts are pretty nice. Some endgames to learn from. So yeah, join us on VChess. We're trying to build a nice community here. Good community, good people. We're doing something that makes sense. No fancy words like win with this opening, the only gambit that wins, etc. Because this is all a scam. We try to be objective. And this objectivity might make you a better chess player. So join us. We have here the 4 knight endgame. This is of course still a theory. All is very, very normal here. The main move is usually to castle short side. Our opponent is thinking a little bit. A bit strange because about what to think in the current position. There is just short castle, I think. Or yeah, very weird to think about short castle for a long time. It makes no big sense. d6, all is normal. Bishop g5. We have here the pin. Takes. So this is still very, very normal position here. Rook to b1 is still theory, and these positions are quite tricky. So it looks like an equal position, but in fact it's very, very tricky because here is a problem for black. We have this pin. And this pin is quite unpleasant. It stays for a long time. To get rid of the pin is very difficult. So we keep the bishop here on h4. Idea, in case of g5, we are going to take on g5. And followed by the move f4. And this pin still remains. So for black to get rid of the pin seems to be very easy, but in fact it's very difficult. This is the idea of the line for white. So more tricky than it looks like. Welcome everyone. I see again questions like, hi, can I play with you? No, sorry, I'm playing random opponents, so it is absolutely fair. And in case I play against supporters, these are the people who are supporting us day by day. So Of course. No. Let's think now. We have something like d4, but I like the move queen on d2 because now there is never the move g5, because we simply will be always taking on g5 and then the queen takes on g5. So yeah. Let me read. What else do we have? What else do we have here in the chat? So some questions maybe I just don't see. In case you don't mark your questions, I cannot see the questions. This is a problem. If the position is very tense on the board, then it's getting very difficult. So let's see. Rook on e8. Is it a preparation for something? Not sure, because still the move g5 is not available. That's why I'm not sure what black wants to play next after the move rook on e8. Eventually something like bishop on e6. So maybe we will be also preparing for the move d4. Let's go with the move rook e1 and try to get the d4 done next. I hope there is not g5, and this is our main idea. This is a key idea of the position, that we are preventing the move g5 and we try to play d4 next. Of course, d4 is not decisive by no means, but let's see what happens. d4 is a little bit of pushing. As well, we have options of playing rook e3 somewhere. a5. In case of a4, we have the option of playing bishop d5, so this is not very dangerous at the moment. We have also the option of playing a4, which looks not so bad, because then we can switch suddenly to play the move rook on a1. I like the move a4 personally, but is it the right way to play? I like it, so I'm gonna play the move a4. And after a4, we might have this kind of rook a1 idea. So we want to go in the center. This is idea number one. And as well, we would like to play against the a5 pawn. To have two options is usually better than to have just one plan. In case you have just one plan, then you might not be able to execute it perfectly. In case you have two different plans, it is getting very tricky for your opponent as well. To hold left, to hold right, sometimes is very, very difficult. So let's go with the move a4. Currently, we are doing well on time. I think white is having a slightly better play here because of this dead pin with the bishop on h4 versus the queen on e7. To get rid of the pin for black, so difficult. Now we will be able to play eventually against the pawn a5. So the pawn a5 might get weak, and we would like eventually to play the move d4 as well. So we choose. We will choose what to play next. Currently, d4 I think is not working because there's this knight takes d4, a beautiful tactic, but well, we don't need to fall for it. Rook on b8, rook to b2, not really dangerous. So maybe let's play the move h3. I like h3, some positional play, maybe g4 in the future. King will be a little bit safer than before. So I like the move h3. It's so useful for the future to have the move h3. I'm not sure if I'm aiming to play the move d4 or I'm aiming now to play the move rook a1. Rook a1 looks, of course, very, very good because I would like just to take on c6 and take the pawn. Now rook on d8. What is the point of this move? I don't know what black wants to play next. g5 still does not work. So I don't understand very well the idea of black. And that's why let's go with the move rook a1, I think. My idea is more simple. I want to take and take a5, play c4 next. So rook a8. Ooh. Looks a bit ugly how my opponent is playing. This rook to b8, rook a8 doesn't look like it is a great idea. So next move for black. No idea what black wants to play next. Let's get maybe another rook here. Maybe something like rook to b8 that I'm gonna take, but is it worth changing the rooks? Not sure. We can. It's better for white, but maybe just to double here is making sense on the A file. We have to be a little bit careful with moves like D5. Maybe to play here C4 is looking good. Maybe to play bishop B5 is looking good. Too many good looking moves. We have to be careful just to choose the right one. It feels that I should be able to win the A pawn. To hold the pawn forever looks like a very difficult task. So how to win the pawn? Maybe bishop b5, but this looks weird. A very weird move to make. Knight on b8 in theory is the next move, but still white is going to have a better position. What should I do in the current position? Maybe c4 is the best way to play. Looks better. So c4 or something else. I don't know. Also to play rook a2 is looking very good because I like the move rook a2. I think I'm gonna play move rook to a2 because I just cannot figure out how black wants to defend the pawn on a5. I think the pawn is just going to fall, and after the pawn falls, white is obviously going to be much better, so maybe rook a2. Maybe c4 was the best. I don't know. I should, I think, not think too much about moves like rook to a2. Just play the move. White is better because it's difficult to play a perfect move here, so no need for a perfect decision, just need some kind of practical play. Rook on a2 is doing very, very well. Next we're gonna double on the a file. a5 pawn is weak. In case we collect the pawn, then white is going to be just much better. Still no move g5 on the board. Still we control it, so everything is very, very good. Let's get the rook here on the a file. Next, as we said, eventually is the move c4. So let's play the move c4, I think. Is there knight on b4? We're gonna take, knight takes here, and I think this is good for white, but maybe there is no reason to play it so quickly. We can still improve the position, I think, by playing the move g4, for example, or queen on e3. So maybe still we should try to improve or try to win the game. This is a question. Let's maybe bishop b5, also quite unpleasant because c4, knight on b4, take, bishop c6, knight on b4, take. Yeah, this is much better for white, but white to play it. There is no need to play it immediately, so maybe let's go the move rook to a3. Okay, let's play rook a3 just to go away from this knight on b4, just in case. Again, this is a play for just in case. By far not a mass move, so just in case. We are pushing slowly. Let's see if we can win somehow the pawn on a5. We should be able to win the pawn somehow, but still not yet there. White pieces are beautifully placed, but somehow it's difficult to make the final blow here to the position of black. Still not over. We have to win some material. We are doing positionally very well, but we have nothing more, so the next stage of the game must be to have some material up. I can still not figure out how to get something more here on the board. Yeah, knight on b8, good move for our opponent. I think just let's move something like king h2. I don't know if this is useful, but okay, let's get ready for the move g4 because I don't see immediately how to win the game. It is better, but it is not winning. This is a problem. We're doing better, but how to finish the game? How to get the pawn on a5? I don't see a way to get the pawn. We should be able to do that somehow, but I just don't see how. So, should we play the move rook c4? There is this. Not 100% sure. Is it time to play the move g4? A little risky, but maybe it is the best. So, let's go. Let's go with the move g4. It's time to push something. We did not push anything for ages, so let's go. I have this idea of rook c4. There's a defense, rook a6, so it doesn't help us much. We would like to get this d4, d5 done somewhere. Maybe g5 immediately is not a bad move to be played. So our opponent is holding now the things very well together. We can get ready for the move d4, like playing rook to e1. Is this the way to play the current position? Possible. But I think g5, let's go. Let's go with the move g5. I'm not sure it is a good decision, but let's play. Let's play it. Let's try to give a checkmate to our opponent. So we take. And next we're gonna bring the rook. Still, he's not afraid of this pin. This is incredible. He's scared of nothing. Let's go queen on e2, I think, because there's something like knight h5 potentially. So let's play first the move queen on e2. This pin is crazy. Next, rook on g1, and we try to give a checkmate, because I cannot imagine that to play with this kind of pin for ages is possible. But yeah, maybe it is. This is something super weird, because it looks like white is just crushing here, but maybe it is not. So okay, we get the rook here. Stage 1. The rook is positioned to do some damage to the black king here. Next, we might even try to double here. Wow. Knight is under attack. This is crazy. Okay, let's go. Rook a1. Because he wanted to go this knight on d4. And rook on g2 as we planned before. Let's give a checkmate. Let's give a checkmate by playing rook on g1. It should be a checkmate. I cannot imagine that this is not a checkmate. All the white pieces are attacking the black king. If this is not a checkmate, then what to do? We did the best we could. And that's it, because with all the pieces on the king, if we are not able to checkmate, it means that, yeah, there was nothing we could do. Let's go. Let's go here. So many threats now, and queen h5 is not a win. Is it not a win? Let's see. We are very, very close to give a checkmate. All the white pieces are on the king here. But we are playing, seems like a fearless opponent, because also before he has no fear. This is something unbelievable for me, because it feels like, alright, so dangerous that all the white pieces are in the attack, and it feels that there should be a checkmate, but he just moves back, he does not care. I think knight h7 wins the game. Very beautiful move, by the way. But let me double check if this is a win. I think it is a win. Yeah, it is a win. Very, very beautiful win, I think. How do you like the move knight on h7? What a beauty. I think it wins. So knight h7, very, very beautiful knight sacrifice now. Idea is that I think there is no way to stop. Rook takes g7 next, and this is just a checkmate. So maybe we're capable of winning a very, very beautiful game with a move knight h7, queen e6. He's still defending, but what is this defense? I think I can go like knight f6 if I'm not mistaken, and that's it, no? Or do I miss something? Okay, this is also a win, but I think knight on f6, check. In case he takes, we're gonna take on g7. It's a checkmate. So, is there a defense? Is there something black can do about it? Let me see, let me see. Is there a defense? I don't think so. I don't think there is any defense here, so we just take on g7. Next move is going to be to take here on f6. And I think 97. Whoa. He is defending like a lion, but we should be able to checkmate here. Actually, how to give a checkmate? We can play this move, knight g6 and take, and game over. Yeah, so we are playing. Maybe there's something better even, but I think this is enough to win the game, so let's play. And he just gives me the rook, but okay. Rook up. It's time to resign the game, I think, for the guy, because it's enough. Why to play such positions, because there's no reason in doing that, in my opinion. We played a very, very interesting game. And yeah, once you're completely done, you can just resign. Let's go here to give him a little check on g5. He attacks our rook. And what should we play here? Maybe rook to a7. Most easy decision. The pawn is hanging. Now we're gonna play rook on c1. So maybe we had some better wins, but let's choose the easy win. No reason to search for something complex. Wow, what is this? No, but I'm playing against computer, I'm sure. I mean, why to change the queens? This is insane. Okay, you tried to flag me, but why to change the queens? This is just crazy. What is this? Have you ever seen something like this? If in case you try to flag somebody, you change the queens? At c6? No. Okay, so this is clear that this is someone or something very seriously wrong with the guy, or it is eventually not a person playing. Also this, yeah, this is like super weird. In case you try to flag, why to change the queens? This is insane. It makes human-wise zero sense. Okay, you try to flag somebody, keep the queens, keep something, but change rook, change queen when you are trying to win on time. I mean, like, no way. This is absolutely unhuman play, because no human would ever do that. Makes zero. Computers always do that because obviously they see mate in 30 moves, so they try to avoid the mate. But human-wise, who would ever change queens in a position with a rook down? This is insane. Wow. What to do? What to do? All right. So what do we have here? Let's go with the next one. I'm just pushing the 10-minute game. Whoever comes. Let me read the chat. What do we have in the chat? Do we have something? Too much is in the chat. Yeah, I cannot see everything. Too many of the things. We have again the move d4. Seems to be online very often played. I just play the move d3 because we get very normal positions here with the black pieces and no big theory. Objectively speaking, it would be better, of course, to take knight f1. Wow, what is this? What is the point of this development for white? No idea, so let me just get my knight out. Super weird. Queen e2. Wow. Very difficult to understand what black is doing, so let's counter in the center. This is usually the best way to play. e5. So strange play. Knight on g4, bishop on f4. I just play queen c7. How to hold the pawn on e5? Is it not just we're winning just the pawn, or maybe there's some move like knight e3, but crazy. This is a little bit crazy here. I can also go knight d7, knight c5. Looks also very good here. Knight g4, bishop f4 is okay for black, but knight on e4 is also good. So we have many good options here. What should we play next? Knight on d7, or I think knight on d7, yeah. Let's go simple move. We are trying to take the pawn on e5. Next move is knight c5, so this position is for sure a good position for black. As well, we would like to go queen c7 and in case of bishop f4. So let's double check just bishop f4, queen c7. We're trying to win the pawn on e5. Is there a way to defend the pawn for white? I'm not sure that there is a defense because knight on e3 seems to be like only move. We're gonna take the pawn. Then we have this check eventually, knight on d5. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is a defense of the pawn, but maybe it is not. So bishop here, queen c7, knight on e3. We're gonna play the move e6, let's say. Next is knight takes on e5. No idea. No idea how to defend the pawn on e5. There might be some tactics. E6. Well, what is e6? I think I can just take. What is the point of this move? I understand 0 moves by my opponent, so I'm just gonna take it because I don't understand what is going on here. To play e6 take, what is the point of giving me a central pawn? I don't understand these moves at all. Like 0. Because we're facing quite a strong opponent, so the guy is 2-4. He just gives us a central pawn because to take here with a queen, then we go with a knight to the center and this is resignation. So what is the point of giving a central pawn? I don't know. There's e5, e4 coming next. He could have defended the pawn. Yeah, position of white is bad, but still it is a game. But here, knight on g5. So the idea is e5, knight e6. Obviously, we will not let this happen. We have knight to e5 and knight on c5. Both is looking good. Where should I put the knight? I don't know. Both is looking just fine. So let's go here. Knight c5. I think it feels good to have the knight on c5. We're defending the pawn on e6. Next move is still the move e5 or just short castle because hard to imagine that white is going to have any kind of attack there. So e5 probably is the next move. So looks like a very good position here. It looks like we have a great position here. e5 is coming next. We have knight takes d3 next. Looks good for black. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to VChess. I hope you're enjoying my comments. I hope you're enjoying our educational streams. In case you do, like and subscribe please. This would help us very much. So thank you in advance for that. We can do the short castle, we can do the d4 push, we can do the e5 push, but e5, of course, central. First is central, there is this little trick, but we have check, we have bishop f5 attacking the queen, so we give a check to the queen. Position of black is very, very good here. Next stage would be to finish the game in style. Let's go the move d4. Or should we finish the game not in style, just the calm e6, pawn up, completely winning position? What should we do? Go in style? Yeah, let's maybe try to finish the game in style. There's some queen c4, but we go rook f8, so f7 square is covered. Should we do that or should we not? Because there is absolutely no need for the move d4. We can simply win the game by doing very, very normal moves like e6 and yeah. After e6, black is completely winning, just castle, short side, and that's it. The game is basically done, but maybe this beautiful move d4. Queen on c4, there is this check on f7, so we're gonna go rook f8, but do we need something like this? I don't think so. I don't think there is a need for that. So I think I'm gonna play just a simple move e6. There is knight takes here, but then we have e4, so sorry, we have this. So let's go with the move e6, defending the pawn on d5. Very, very simple play. Next is e4 or short castle, and then we're gonna play the move d4 and probably we will win the game. So let's make easy decisions in a winning position. pawn up for black. We have the center. There is no obvious counterplay here for white. At least I don't see what should be the counterplay here. So basically all we need to do is to be safe with the black color, and that's it. If we are safe, the game is basically over. We have ideas d4 still. We have ideas of e4. Knight gets to e5 next. So it seems like also we're not playing somebody very strong, because a bit strange moves. Also f3 looks very passive. I think with white in such a position you have to push, because it might be just too late. You're pawn down, and in case you're not pushing in a pawn down position, then obviously when do you want to push? We can activate the queen here by playing queen a5, then simply bishop d7, or should we go d4? Not sure. There is some kind of knight takes h7 somewhere, maybe. So let's be safe. What is a safe play here? Queen to f6 is looking very good here. Very safe, very good. I think why not to play it? Let's put the queen to a nice position on f6. Next is eventually short castle or a queen f5, so the change of queens is very good for black. We can also go for the long castle in case we need it, so it is like keeping all the options open. Queen on f6 might be useful in case we go d4 and open the position somewhere. So maybe it is not the best move, but it is an easy move. Knight on g3. Time to play the move d4, or not yet? Is there something like knight e4 coming next? I don't think so. So maybe it's safer to go long side actually. So here we have the knight e4 move. Okay, I have to be a little bit careful here with the black pieces, so it's better not to give to white this kind of chances. Maybe to play just the move h6 to get rid of the knight is not a bad idea. I think he's gonna sacrifice me the knight. Is it enough compensation here? I don't know, but why to give him it was even the slightest chance of sacrificing a knight? There is no reason for that. So let's go with a short castle, just not to calculate this knight e4 and then knight d6. Yeah, it should be very good for black, but I think I have no reason to give any chances in this position to white. Black has a pawn up, it should be enough to win the game. Now h6 is looking decent, but I should try to attack here the position of white somehow. d4 somewhere, but then he gets the square e4, so I don't think I should do that. Should I go with the move h6, or should I get the bishop into the game? Maybe let's get the bishop into the game. So let's play the move bishop d7. We should develop the pieces, so I continue with the strategy that I like the most. First, let's get the pieces into the game, and then we see what happens next. Usually it is a good strategy, so also very safe strategy, because we are having the extra pawn, so in most of the cases we should have a winning position, except there is something incredibly sharp here, some great tactics, but we have the bishop on g7. In most of the cases, in case you have this bishop on g7, to give a checkmate is almost impossible or very, very difficult. So that's why personally I believe we should be able here to cover most of our things on the king side, and yeah, then we're going to be all right. Let's see what happens next in the current game. So, still pawn up position here for black. There's something like h5, maybe. Personally, I would like to go with the bishop back just to be very, very safe. Of course, there might be some tactics here. Of course, that's possible that there is something crazy, but I don't know if there is, so we will see. We will see if white can do something crazy in the current position to be back to the game. Might be, but maybe it is not possible. So let's see what happens next. h5. My idea was to play here bishop on e8, so I cover the g6 square. Knight takes h7. I think it doesn't work because we take it. Next move is eventually to play the move h6. Bishop on e8 is a great defender, so we have two defenders now, bishop on g7 and the bishop on e8. Two defenders should be enough to avoid a mating attack, but again, we will see, because in a chess game you're literally always in the dark, because sometimes something works, sometimes something doesn't. What is a move h6? I don't know. So let's just go back, because now it seems like it's not possible to give a checkmate anymore, so a little bit confused about the move h6. Normally white should aim, just to go back? I don't understand the moves of my opponent now. This is looking just weird. White to go back? I don't know. So let's go with the move rook c8. We bring the last piece into the game. Very strange to close the h file when you're attacking on the h file and then just to go back. Because what is the point? You're pawn down, so with white I think the only idea is to push. There's no way to go back. It's too late to go back. And a little bit strange. I don't understand this. So let's go with the move b5, which is very typical. In case he takes, we have this b file for ourselves now. Next move could be b4. Bishop g5, alright. We go back, no problem. And we start our counter on the queen side. The things are looking very, very good for white, for black, sorry. For us, we're doing well. Let me read a little bit the comments. What do I have here? So let's proceed. We have the move rook on f1. b4 is coming next. I think we should do it. Let's go the move b4. We act according to the plan we have. It means to be now very, very good, very, very strong on the queen side. Knights are a little bit out of the game, not playing yet. King is safe here on g8, so I think position of black is excellent. Just we have to be careful because there is some kind of f4 tactics coming everywhere, but I think we can put the knight on d4. What a knight! What a knight on d4. The knight is a monster on d4. So takes, we have bishop on b5, or should we take first? Does it really matter? I think we can. Is there a difference? Because we're just winning the rook, so I don't know. It looks like just to win, but to take also looks just a win, so okay, let's get maybe bishop b5 first, because we can still take on d5 next. Here we have the pin. The pieces of white not yet in the game. Feels like that's it. It feels that we will be winning the current game. Queen on e3. Should we take here, or should we take on d5? I think let's collect the rook, just to be safe. Safety here is our priority, so we're collecting some material. The pieces of white still in the starting positions here, and I think this move is knight f5, pretty good. Let's change the knight so we have no pressure on the f-file. King is bad, we're gonna play e4 next. Bishop is out of the game. I think that's it. I think that's it. We are winning the current game. The last game been very, very tough. This one, I think we're managing to win in pretty in style. So it means that we're not under pressure. At least not so much as we have been in the previous ones. Queen on c2, good move. e4, bishop from h8 is getting into the game. And I think this should be game over. Of course, like and subscribe to VChess. Tell your friends that there is VChess now, new on the market. We have a lot of different things, but we are focused on educational chess content. So this is our priority. Bishop on e7. Alright, let's go with the move e4. Little problem here with the pawn on b2. d4. Many options to win the current position now with the black pieces. Let's hope that just simple move, rook e8. Let's give nothing and take everything. So, time to advance. d4, d3. Is it the new queen coming? Some checks. I don't see no checks, so let's go. Maybe I had some easier wins than the current I'm playing, but it should be enough. I'm hoping for this queen takes b2 and rook c1 checkmate, because it's just beautiful, so we could push the F button on the keyboard. I would like to push the F button. What is this little trick here? If I take, there is queen on b3. Okay, but I don't think he can catch us into this. So should I play rook e6? Because I want to win with this queen on b2, but I think we cannot. I think we cannot win. I cannot push the F button to break all the pieces. I like it, but we cannot do it. So rook on b8 looks like a good decision. Combination of the bishop, of the rook, and of the queen. That's it. That's it, I think. Bishop on c1. Wow. He's fighting. He is fighting, but it is a bit too late, I think, to fight in the current position. We can win e3, I think. No checks, no nothing still. So let's go with the move e3. Queen on d6. Queen on d5 is the only threat that we have to defend from. So let's go with a very, very safe move, queen on c4. And offer the exchange of queens. Queen. Still, he is fighting. I think I have auto queen, otherwise I would put the knight there because it's funny. But I think we can also win with something to... What can I do to win on time against the guy? Because it would be funny. Just 0.8 seconds, so let's go with this move. Let's take. Yeah, we win on time. Okay, all in all, I think quite a solid win. We gave no real chances to our opponent. Yeah, this was 0.08 seconds. Yeah, this is zero chance to hold. All right. I hope you're enjoying my stream, and I hope you had some fun. We played some interesting games. I think I commented the games pretty well. We had big battles with a lot of tension in the current stream. So it was interesting. Thank you very much for watching, of course. Thank you very much for supporting VChess. We are trying to build here a nice community. Slowly, step by step, with good people, with people who want to become a better chess player, and of course with people who have a little bit of strategic thinking, because if we check the average channels online, they are just horrible. They are just horrible. Horrible comments from some, I don't know, young boys, young girls spamming. All is horrible. So here we try to stay objective, to have a nice community, of course. Okay, again, thank you very much for watching. That's it from the current stream. I will be back eventually in the evening. Wish you all a great day. I hope you had some fun, and I hope as well you learned something. As we say on VChess, one smart move at a time. This is all we need. Thank you very much. Eventually see you at the evening. Wish you a great time. Bye.